Welcome everyone. So let's talk today about one of the courses that we have at Britishey Training Center, which is the preparation for Delta Module 1, right? So we're going to talk about the course, we're going to talk about why we would think about doing Delta Module 1, what would be the benefits in terms of knowledge and in terms of career as well. We're going to talk also about what would be the content of the course and why it would be very special to do a course with us. Right, so let's go through this journey together. So as a start, a very important question that a lot of people ask, which is why Delta? What would make us think about doing Delta? And again, I would say if we're talking about Delta Module 1, then we're talking about the first reason, which is developing candidates' knowledge of historical and current theories of first and second language acquisition. So again, that's the first part of knowledge that you would get through being prepared for Delta Module 1. Having very good knowledge regarding historical and current theories regarding first and second language acquisition. And this will deepen your understanding and will deepen also your knowledge regarding what happens in classrooms these days. So in Delta, it's not only about the practices we see in the classroom, it's about the rationales behind these practices. It's about the schools behind these practices, the conflicts, the discussions, the debates, which is a very, very interesting part of being a candidate on Delta. Right, so a second reason why you would do the course is because you want to increase your critical awareness of approaches and methodologies and the principles underpinning these used in a range of ELT contexts. So now you're not only a teacher who follows a framework like what we do in CELTA. Like CELTA is different because in CELTA, what we care about, in CELTA or TEFL courses, what we care about is that you go there and you deliver a good lesson. That's what we care about when it comes to CELTA or TEFL courses or CERTISOL courses. But in Delta, we care about more than this. We want you to understand the methodologies, the approaches behind these practices that we do in classrooms. And we want you also to be able to criticize these methodologies and these approaches. So you say, well, I believe that what is good about this method is 1, 2, 3, and the disadvantages of using this method is 1, 2, 3, which would help you develop a good understanding of what we call principled eclecticism. So you become able to choose the best from every method or approach and integrate this in your own teaching. And you will be the judge of that. Why? Because you have the right knowledge. Also, another reason why you might want to join a course like Delta Module 1 preparation is because you want to extend your knowledge of language systems and the skills in their context of use. So Delta is not only about methodology and methodologies, theories and approaches, it's also about language analysis. And actually, it gives you amazing information when it comes to language analysis. You become, able to analyze nearly everything. Like you analyze every bit of language. That's one of the beauties of being a candidate on Delta Module 1. You become able to analyze, grammar, lexis, you name it. And it gives you unbelievable knowledge regarding this part, which is something really, really good. And this would reflect on you later as a teacher, because you would be so much confident about everything you say regarding language analysis, because now you know more than what is required from you in terms of teaching. So you've got very, very, very deep knowledge. So later when you're delivering input sessions or workshops, you know what you're talking about. You know more than even what you're talking about. And that's the beauty also of the course. Another reason why you might want to join Delta Module 1 is because it would increase your knowledge of learners' problems in developing language and skills proficiency. So now you will have, because of this course, better knowledge of the challenges that might face the students in the classroom. And when you know these challenges, of course, you become ready, and you will be also ready to give solutions to other teachers if you have teachers who would be under your training. So again, that's also a very important part of teaching. Another reason why you would do Delta Module 1 exam is because you want to be able to critically evaluate teaching and reference materials and resources in a range of ELT contexts. So it's also about being able to assess materials published for English language teaching, and also analyzing course books and deciding, oh, this course book is good for my school or not very good because 1, 2, 3. This course book is actually designed according to this method or this approach. This course book is not very good because 1, 2, 3. This actually opinion is something that I don't believe in very much because, again, this is also a very important skill, right? And finally, doing Delta Module 1 would increase your knowledge of the role and methods of assessment. So it's not only about all what I mentioned, it's also even about assessment. So you will know how assessment should happen, different kinds of assessments. You'll be even able to analyze tests in terms of whether they are well designed, not well designed, what adaptations should happen, whether this test or exam is good for the candidates or not. So again, I believe Delta Module 1 is super duper. It's a very, very, very amazing course. Now, let's move to another point. And again, Delta is a wonderful course for those who would like to become teacher trainers and to have this as the future jobs. And again, talking even about my own center, if I have 2 applicants for a teacher training job, one with an MA in TESOL and the other one has his Delta, I would take the one with Delta. And the reason why I would choose the one who's got his Delta is because Delta is all about Cambridge Assessment English. It is so standardized. We know exactly how Module 1 is assessed, and we also know exactly how Module 2 is assessed, and we know how Module 3 is assessed. But when it comes to MA programs, they're different from a university to another. And some MA programs are only about researches, there is no practical parts in them. And that's why I would take a Delta holder for a job as a teacher trainer, not an MA holder, if I have to make a choice between the 2 applicants. Now, another reason why you would do Delta Module 1 is because you want to develop in-service training for teachers in your school via talks and professional development sessions. Because again, once you finish your Delta, you're ready to do this. And that's the beauty of Delta Module 1. So you can design programs, you have the knowledge to do it, you have good background reading, and so when you design something for teachers at your workplace, you know where you stand, you're ready to answer questions, you have far more knowledge than what is written on your handout, and this is very important. Now, another reason why you would do Delta Module 1 is because you want to conduct observation and give feedback to teachers at your school, at your language center, at your workplace. And again, in order to give feedback and to conduct successful observation, you've got to have the knowledge. And I believe Delta Module 1 would be the best source of knowledge for you. Because again, you know all about theories, you know all about approaches, you know all about first and second language acquisition theories, you know all about assessment, you know all about analyzing course books and analyzing ELT materials. So again, you've got the knowledge to give very, very strong and effective feedback. Another reason also why you would do the course in terms of your career is because you will have also a good access to job postings. Okay, because again, Delta holders have the best opportunities when it comes to the biggest language centers and the biggest schools. And again, you will have an access to more senior positions like becoming a senior teacher, academic coordinator, director of studies. So again, it opens the door for lovely positions in different language centers and language schools. Also with Delta Module 1, you can explore giving seminars and webinars, as well as writing blogs and materials. Someone might say, writing materials? I'd say, yeah, because again, you studied how to analyze material. You criticize also materials, and you understand how materials should be designed in terms of frameworks and approaches and methods. So you'll be ready to dive into this if you really like it. Now, another reason why you would do Delta Module 1 is because many universities, also especially in the UK and Australia, will give credits for MA candidates in Applied Linguistics or TESOL for the Delta qualification. And this is actually what I did with the University of Leicester, because when I started doing my MA, I told them that I finished Delta with Cambridge Assessment English, and again, they actually give me credits for that. So that's also another wonderful side of doing your Delta. Now let's move from there and let's talk about training with Britishey and what would be special about doing Delta Module 1 with Britishey. And I'd say number one, and the reason why I'm going to start with this point, because I believe that's a very good strengths that we have at Britishey, and it doesn't happen in so many courses around the world. So I would say, and I believe we're the only center that does this, we deliver 30 input sessions on Module 1. And when I say 30 input sessions, I mean it. We do deliver 30 input sessions on Module 1. So it's a very, very interactive course with Britishey, where you get to see your trainer do tasks that would prepare you for the exam. And every one of those 30 input sessions end with an exam designed task. And I would say exam-like tasks, like again, and that's another reason why you would do the course with Britishey, because we designed more than 30 tasks that look like the exam tasks exactly. So we're not using tasks from old exams or past papers. No, we have our own designed tasks that we give to candidates, and we give them also feedback on them. And we give two kinds of feedback. A very quick one, which is the answer key for these newly designed tasks, and personalized feedback on each one. And this is when you answer the task, you get this personalized feedback. So again, 30 input sessions, which doesn't happen anywhere. And second, 30 newly designed Delta tasks. And number 3, we will also give you access to the past papers with their answers, and you will also get that training. We would say also we would give you 2 mock exams by the end of the course, and we would mark these 2 exams for you. And so again, so let's talk about the components of the course. So first one, 30 input sessions with 30 newly designed Delta tasks, along with past papers also. and their answers, along with 2 mock exams. So that's very serious training, eh? Right. Now, what level is required for Delta Module 1? So you need to be at the C1 level, at least in order to be able to join the course. And as for assessment, now, of course, after you finish the preparation course, you need to sit for Delta Module 1 exam. And you can do this at any authorized center for running Delta Module 1. It depends on where you're based, so you need to check in the country where you live in right now and see the authorized centers for running Delta Module 1 on behalf of Cambridge Assessment English, and you can do your exam there, which is, you know, wonderful. So you don't have to be in Egypt in order to do the exam. You can do it wherever you are, right? Good. Now, let's come to Delta Module 1 certificate. Well, the beauty of Delta as a diploma of English language teaching to adults is that for every module there is a certificate. So you don't have to wait till you finish the 3 modules in order to get the Delta certificate. That's the beauty of it. And the reason why I say that's an advantage is because you can do a lot with the first certificate. Like, I remember when I finished Delta Module 1 and I received the certificate from Cambridge Assessment English, which is part of Cambridge University, I was able to take this certificate and I got a job at a university, and this job paid me well, so I was able to save more money, and then I did Delta Module 3, and then I saved more money, and then I did Delta Module 2, and that's the beauty, you know. And I always say and tell people that Delta Module 1 was the course that changed the course of my whole life. So I would say about Delta Module 1, it's a life-changing experience. So I believe it's the right step to take. And as you see, here is how the certificate looks like. So very prestigious, eh? Right? Good. So again, if you would like to join us and register for this course, we would be more than happy to have you. And as you know, you can do this via fill in the form at www.britishey.com/cart, and also you can call us on the number on the screen. If you're out of Egypt, you can send a WhatsApp message. We've got the 2 emails for our 2 schools in Egypt. We've got Cairo@Britishey.com or Domyutla@Britishey.com. Thank you so much. See you on the course. Bye bye.